That was Robert De Niro, the artist. Now I'm going to spend just a second to tell you about Robert De Niro, the man. When the Actors Fund called, Robert De Niro said yes. When 9/11 happened in this incredible time in this city, Robert De Niro opened up his restaurants and helped the first survivors, the first responders, the cops, the firemen. When Restaurant Week happened, because Robert knew that Tribeca needed help financially in all the restaurants, Robert was there. With his partner, Jane Rosenthal, Robert started the Tribeca Film Festival, which totally changed the landscape of New York City, which is now one of the premier festivals in the world. My father, Lorenzo Palminteri, who Robert De Niro played in the film A Bronx Tale, used to say to me, "Son, there's only two types of people in the world. There's the givers and the takers. The takers eat better, but the givers sleep better." That's why, thank you. That's why it is absolutely right that the Actors Fund should present Bob with this prestigious honor. He represents everything that is good in our profession: talent, creativity, courage, generosity, integrity. I am so proud to call him my friend. I am proud to present the Actors Fund Medal of Honor to Robert De Niro.
Thank you, Chazz, for those kind words and for being there here tonight for me. And thank you, my dear friend. And it's not everyone I let place a ribbon around my neck. I guess this means we're going steady. I was thrilled and moved when I heard I was getting something from the Actors Fund. Frankly, it couldn't have come at a better time. But how did you know that the profit margins were down at Nobu? I mean, it may not seem like a big deal to many of you, but I really didn't know what to do. God knows we can't make the Nobu portions any smaller. Then the Actors Fund came along, or so I thought. As it turns out, what I was getting wasn't a need-based grant, but rather this Medal of Honor. And I was surprised to hear that unlike the Nobel Peace Prize, coming up in December, the Actors Fund Medal of Honor does not have a cash component, as much as I might have appreciated a little help. I'm happy the Actors Fund has, and has for more than 130 years, put their money in the right place, helping entertainment industry professionals. And I can tell you, we entertainment industry professionals work hard. We all do. The guy who has his name on the marquee and the guy who paints the names on the marquees. We devote ourselves to our craft so much so that many of us end up sacrificing our futures to work and then find ourselves without the resources for a comfortable, dignified retirement or proper health care or help just to get by. It's like the grasshopper and the ant, where the grasshopper is the actor and the ant is, the tortoise and the hare. No, that isn't. It's more like the tuna and the salmon, which are part of the $600 omakase dinner at Nobu. But anyway, none of these guys, not the grasshopper, the ant, the tortoise, the hare, the tuna, the salmon, had the Actors Fund helping them when they needed it. Thanks to the Actors Fund, our entertainment professionals are far more fortunate. I wish the Actors Fund could have helped me while I was struggling to get through this metaphor. Luckily, that's the only help I need, and that's the difference, luck. Myself, I've been extraordinarily lucky, really, really lucky. We're here tonight for those who haven't been so lucky. I first became aware of the Actors Fund's important work 30-some years ago when I appeared in The Night of 100 Stars. We've both come a long way from that time, that night, of just a few stars. Being presented with the Actors Fund Medal of Honor tonight is especially meaningful to me because Meryl Streep hasn't got one of these. Yet. But you know who the fund has honored? Great producers and organizations like my fellow honorees tonight, HBO, Richard Plepler, or is it Pumpkin Plepler? That's Plepler, yeah, Plepler. I was thinking of, King of Comedy. My character's, his name is always mispronounced. And Steve Kalafer. And it was so nice to see his kids introduce him. It was great. It was really wonderful. That was really terrific. Terrific. And seriously, that was wonderful. And wonderful actors and performers like Ann Mira, Jerry Stiller, Bebe Neuwirth, my good friend Al Pacino, Annette Bening, Angela Lansbury, Katharine Hepburn, and by next year, Meryl will probably have 3 Actors Fund medals of honor. Okay. I'm deeply honored to be joined to them through this award and to the first recipient of the Actors Fund Medal of Honor, President William Howard Taft, who was honored in 1910. You might say that the history of the Actors Fund Medal of Honor is a straight line from William Taft to Robert De Niro. It shows how far we've come. Because aside from sharing this honor, Bill, if I can call him Bill, and Bob, as I'd like him to think he could call me, have nothing in common. Taft was president. I'm an actor. Taft served only 1 term. I did 3 Little Fockers movies. Taft founded the League to Enforce Peace. I opened the Greenwich Hotel. Taft was good friends with Presidents Theodore Roosevelt and Warren G. Harding. I hang out with Chazz Palminteri and Harvey Keitel. Taft defeated William Jennings Bryan. I lost to Christoph Waltz. Taft was a Republican. I'm more enlightened. In fairness, Republicans were different then, though not as different as they are now. But tonight, we put aside these differences as our Republican friends contribute generously to the Actors Fund. Of course, it's tax deductible, which is appropriate because Taft presided over the ratification of the 16th Amendment establishing the income tax. But I don't think he ever meant it to be used on rich people. But in all seriousness, I want to thank you to the Actors Fund for this honor and recognition. Thank you to the Actors Fund for the essential work that you do for our friends in need. That's so important. And thank you to the Actors Fund for the free flu shots. And again, in all seriousness, thanks to you all for your support for the Actors Fund. Thank you very much.